It's called a promo,
Shut
kid.
your
And
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. I'm glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's...
All right, we're here. We're officially doing the Survivor Series rundown. First WWE pay-per-view since SummerSlam.
Dang.
War games!
Like, whoa. Whoa.
I already did my War Games impersonation.
Did you do it on the pre-show, or did you do it and I just missed it?
I did it on This Week in Wrestling in the Middle.
Ah, that's right.
That's right. Well,
dude, before we start, you want to know what they did? Before we even get into the pay-per-view, there's something they did that I don't know if a lot of people know about. They knew that people were going. I'm sure you saw it. I'm sure you saw people on social media. There were people going to nearby apartment complexes and hotel buildings that were, multiple floors, and they were going and filming over because you could look over into the stadium at Petco Field.
Oh wow!
So they were filming, trying to get spoilers for Survivor Series and going live and such. So WWE, to mess with them, started playing like Edge's entrance, Stone Cold Steve Austin's entrance, Dean Ambrose old entrance, to like make people put fake spoilers out.
That's crazy. I didn't even see any of that.
I saw Dean Ambrose one at one point. I was like, no, they're doing it again.
That's pretty cool.
Like yesterday, I saw a post about like them testing on like Jinder Mahal or something.
Yeah, they were just messing with everybody that were online doing that.
Jinder Mahal is in the vision now.
Well, hold on. Well, I have a theory now that you mentioned that. We'll get into that.
Right? I was about to say now.
You got me thinking. All right, let's get into it. 4 matches. I mean, yeah, 4 matches. Okay. It sounds weird, but yeah, no, it's
many people showed up for 4 matches. That's what blew my mind. I was like, wow, they sold out. I mean, they packed that stadium out, and I was like, for 4 matches is crazy.
To be fair.
2 of them were like an hour apiece.
True.
So I kind of get it.
Hey guys, Maven here.
All right, the women's War Games, the first one. This one is a pretty big one. I think this is the only match I didn't see the outcome going the way it did. AJ Lee winning it for the team. Her, Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss. I pictured Becky actually winning this the other way around, but yeah, AJ Lee wins this one. How do we feel about it?
She showed up. She did the thing. She lit it up. Yeah. I mean,
she lit it up.
Ding dong. Hello.
I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I got my yearly EO trash can spot. That was beautiful. Beautiful swanton.
Yeah, the full swanton. That was sick.
A little scary, but
I think going with the storylines to set up is the only thing I can think of where this goes from here. It leaves it more open.
Yeah.
Rhea, I gotta say that Terrifier mask was dope.
Yes.
That was sick. I really like that. Lash Legend.
Yeah. How did we feel about how she looked in this match?
She looked great.
Yes.
Up until they cut her short when she got sprayed in the face and with the mist. So I'm like, oh man! But they gave us just enough to show that she's superstar potential. Already, I mean, she's already a superstar. So yeah, like it's very exciting. Nia played her role.
Yeah, I think Lash really contrasted between her coming in and looking dominant, but also like her entrance. No one knew who she was, and I felt bad. I felt really bad.
But she owned it though. The way she moved, her movements, she had that swag, she had that aura. She said, "I'm here. I'm Lash Legend. I'm the bougie bully." And it's like, you're gonna get to know me. This was her first main roster match on a PLE. So big time for her. Big time. That's a lot of trust that they have in her. And I think
felt
she showed
like
up.
She held out. Yeah, I felt like
Yeah.
she held up for
Oh, yeah.
that case scenario. What also I felt was really, I mean, this is just me personally. They mentioned so often, that she's a WNBA player. She played D1 basketball in college.
Oh, yeah.
How come no one ever just mentions that she was part of Metaphor? That's
I
one
mean,
of her career highlights for me.
I don't think that exists anymore, I guess.
But still, it's an achievement. It's an accomplishment in my book.
They'll
Being part of
reference it
that faction.
eventually later on. She was once
Really?
when
'Cause,
she wins the Intercontinental Championship.
she's Metaphor. Like, where's Noam Dar? I don't know. So, do they technically even exist anymore?
Even
Like,
but that's what I'm
in the
saying. Even
future?
if they don't exist, the things that they did are always constantly overlooked. They did some very entertaining stuff, and I feel like without Metaphor, we wouldn't have Last Legend here on this stage today.
Oh,
They
No,
need to give
definitely.
some respect on Metaphor's name as a faction.
For sure.
As
I
she
definitely-
continues to grow and she continues to show her skill to the main audience, gonna have to reference back how you cut your teeth and Metaphor. That's where she cut her teeth. That's where she learned everything and honed her skills. So they'll reference it, but right now she's a WNBA player, baby. Former WNBA.
They do that for the ESPN bite.
Right?
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, overall, I think Flash, she'll make a splash.
Okay.
She already did.
She did make a pretty good splash. And I'm
I mean,
really happy.
debuting with Nia Jax is big.
Yeah. I have a feeling out of this, I think maybe Lash and Nia end up going for those tag titles.
I just think being together really helped both of them. Again, we had a period like 2 years ago where we still had bones with Nia Jax to pick about this and that and the other. And then we constantly, week by week, we're like, man, Nia Jax getting better here, getting better here. Oh, wow, since that double knee surgery, she looks way better in the ring. Like, there's so many positive notes. And then putting Lash Legend with her gave both of them credibility. I feel like they both needed at the exact same time. It's a good
And
pairing.
Lash gets a nice mentor, same power. I mean, she's as tall as Nia Jax. When I see them stand side by side, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I think they're gonna go after the tag titles. I don't see why not. I don't see why they can't
Possibly.
capture that, and that's gonna be her first title.
So the Kabuki Warriors have it now, but I mean, Charlotte and Alexa are still wanting him back.
I mean, Kabuki Warriors seem like they're just causing trouble. Like,
Yeah.
that's
They're
their role right now,
There's some cheeky little buggers.
right?
There's some spots in this War Games match we hadn't talked about that I'd love to bring up, like the neon green chain.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Like tied up the whole team.
That was cool.
Charlotte, you, and Alexa, yeah, they got all tied up.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they're holding back a little bit more, even more than usual.
We didn't get any color. No, nobody bled in the women's match.
No one bled any. Well, no.
Very specific. I felt like they did that very specifically because of how many people, especially old heads, criticized the women's blood and guts match and how much blood was in it.
I guess, yeah. But as a fan, I was sitting there like, this isn't enough for me. This isn't enough.
This isn't enough for me.
This is not enough.
They really tied more into, like you had said when we started this match, there's aspects of the storytelling they did more with this match. Like looking at Becky and Charlotte, integrating their lifelong rivalry back into this, or starting the match off with Charlotte and Asuka for the 16th time now after SmackDown being the 15th. This is like 16th.
Time that when Charlotte saved Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea was about to get jumped.
Like, that was really good, and I think I like the idea. I like the fact that Becky is not afraid to sit there and they're like, she's really made it look kind of foolish here.
I've been liking her promos as of late. Like she's been really just like being funny and quick-witted with it. So the story with AJ and Becky, I think, continues now. Becky saying she didn't tap. She's already on Twitter saying she didn't tap. So are we gonna get an I Quit match? We might get something. I think that's where that's going.
We're gonna slow build it, and like I said, we all kind of felt like that's the storyline that they were gonna use to go with the decision of this match. I just thought they were gonna go the other way with it, but that's neither here nor there. Last thing I'll point out is not necessarily Io Sky bringing her custom trash can lid, but the Meteora she did with that trash can lid
Oh,
was
man.
so gnarly.
Yeah.
That was so gnarly.
The trash can period too, when Rhea held somebody in the, I think she held Kyrie
Yes.
in like the prism lock or something, and then she put the trash can on her, and then she ran the ropes. She hit the ropes like 6 times before she launched herself into that trash can. So I was like, that was nice. That was nice. That trash can and Io Sky are just one. They are a tag team.
Yeah.
They are
She
one.
even did this year, Mr. Trash Can.
Not even a tag team. Like they're just one. They're one together.
I took a badass picture of her in the air, and like she's split legged, and it's just it looks so trippy just to know that that's in the air, and people are up there looking at it like, what the hell is that?
It's fine.
Like, it's so cool.
Either
How many times has she done that already? That's her 3rd time?
third time with the trash can?
Is it the 3rd or 4th? Who even knows anymore?
Who even knows anymore, right?
It's hard to keep count.
Yeah. All right. It took forever to start this next match. It took forever to start this next match, and John Cena was trying to keep us in our feels during his entrance.
Right. Yeah, I think he high-fived every single person in that crowd.
Man, and the talk he had was Stu bring you to tears.
I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little emotional. I was like, damn, man.
How could you not? How could you not?
Don't go, Cena. But he's got to. He's got to.
Yeah. We see Dirty Dom win the Intercontinental title back in a solid ass match, and I did see him winning it back here. But solid ass match, I have to say.
My favorite match of the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree already going in.
The storytelling, the pro wrestling, the interference. It was a classic Survivor Series match for me. Like, it took me back to back with Brett and Owen when they threw in the towel. Like, just the storyline and then things actually going down outside of the ring.
Yeah.
It
Dude,
just,
the
it was perfect
nasty ass
Survivor Series.
landing
Oh my
that Dominic
gosh.
Mysterio took on his head. Luckily, it was a work.
I know, but I really thought, I said, nah, luchadores are cursed. I was like, this is not. I was like, no more hurricanranas off the barricade outside, please. Somebody ban that.
Man,
I genuinely, I thought he was out too. I was like, no, it's over. They're gonna have to call an audible. Cena's gonna keep that title. Like, damn.
Because it turned into like a snap power bomb almost, landing high on the back of his neck. So I was like, oh man, but maybe they planned that little spot. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because they worked me though. They worked me. And I said, man, when I heard Dom say, he said, no, I can't. And I was like, is he really? What? But as soon as I saw Raquel, as soon as I saw Raquel in the ring, I was like, all right, cool.
We see the whole ass Judgment Day get involved, including a returning Liv Morgan, who we didn't know whose side she was on for a minute there.
That was her just loca. She's a loca girl. She's crazy. Toxica for sure.
That was great. I really love Cena's face whenever she hopped into his arms.
Oh my God. And then they showed the close-up of her eyes. And I tell you, you can tell she just came back from making that movie about whatever that hardcore murder movie is that she came out in. There's a Japanese director, I think.
Hardcore murder movie.
Something.
Inspired.
Yeah. And you could see it. Like, her character work now, I swear, is going to come back tenfold because that was cool. I know she slapped Dirty Dom, and I thought she was going to rip the decals off her. Like, I thought they were going to be like John Cena decals on her jeans.
That would have been hilarious.
I was like, is she gonna rip those off? I was like, what's going on? But nah, she
should have just ripped them off and had jorts on underneath.
Oh my gosh, that would have been great. I was like, is she gonna take those off? I was like, why did she slap Dom? I was all sad. I don't know. It's good. That's what I'm saying. They had me through all types of emotions.
Yeah.
Is the film you're referencing the Bad Lieutenant Tokyo movie?
Yes.
Okay, I just looked it up. It was either that or The Kill Room, but that one came out already.
No. Yeah, definitely
Bad Lieutenant.
Like, she plays like the lieutenant's daughter or something, or somebody's daughter.
Sorry for show. I just wanted to look that up, get our facts all the way through.
Yep.
All right.
I think I don't. I mean, I know that the story has to progress, but I really thought she was just like, at the point that Roxanne has been, manipulating everything. I thought this would be gone. She would be done with Dom. She would have seen it all and be like, no, you know what, Dom, no.
She
But
came back more crazy, bro.
I'm willing to, let it play out. Let it play out.
Okay, fair.
Because
That's
now
fair.
we get to see. Now we do get to see the dynamic between Liv and Roxanne.
Yep.
Now we get to see a few weeks of that until that blows up, or well, maybe a month. Who knows how long they'd like to drag everything out. But
Yeah.
hey, and you know what? It took the whole Judgment Day. That's the only way you're gonna beat John Cena on a night like this, on his last
Yep.
PLE. It had to take the whole Judgment Day. I wanted to see the Americanos. I wanted to see Brazos and Rayo and El Grande himself. I wanted them to come out. I was like, bring them all out. Help. Everybody help.
Yeah.
At the end,
Which
they
is what
kept-
I was leading to was John Cena's last pay-per-view match here. Can you remember what the first pay-per-view match you watched of his was?
And if you want some, come get some.
Gosh, I can't.
It's like nobody. Wow.
No way out.
I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Mine was Royal Rumble 2006, him versus Edge, for sure.
That actually sounds about right. Because at that time, I could only get a couple a year, and the couple were like WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. So yeah.
Yeah, the next live pay-per-view I got was WrestleMania 23, which me and my friend got. I didn't even watch it live. I had to watch it back the next day since it was on a Sunday night, school night. Then I remember watching him versus Bobby Lashley at Great American Bash 2007, 2008 maybe.
So what was his first pay-per-view? His first one.
Ooh. That's a
Ooh,
good
trivia.
question. I think it's No Mercy 2003. We'll see though. Let's see.
We're looking it up. We were all simultaneously. I was on it too.
John
Come on,
Cena
trivia
first
man.
pay-per-view.
Because I feel like that's the first one I
2002
saw him.
Vengeance.
Okay, I said No Way Out, but I wasn't sure, but I knew it had to be early on.
He
Whenever I
beat
saw
Chris
him.
Jericho.
Yep.
Beat Chris Jericho at 2002 Vengeance, first pay-per-view. And his last pay-per-view, he lost to Dominic Mysterio. What a what a
Crazy
world.
timeline. What a crazy timeline. The greatest luchador of all time. The king of the luchadores.
The King of Luchadors, yeah. Honestly,
Fair enough.
fair play to John. He wanted to put over some younger talent, and instead he got the rub from one of the greatest luchadors of all time. So I mean,
But I think
cements
cements Dominic. Like I've said it before, when he was already a made man, just being the son of Rey Mysterio. So it's like
the son of
Even-
Eddie Guerrero.
the son of Eddie Guerrero, son of Rey Mysterio, and now come on, one of the last guys to take a championship from John Cena. The last guy to
Yeah.
take a WWE championship from John Cena.
Wow. Perspective.
Yup.
Okay.
When I say wrestler of the year, from character work, from getting booed out of arenas, couldn't even speak on the mic, to now getting cheered and getting the Eddie heel rub. Come on, man. This guy's been putting in work. He's defended his Intercontinental Championship more than any other championships in WWE combined. So if you put them all together, he defended his title more than everybody else did theirs.
I believe
Mike.
it. That's why I think he's a strong suit for Workhorse of the Year.
dang, I might have to. Well,
He's always been on the Workhorse list, especially with how many matches he puts on, like you just said. Definitely Workhorse of the Year candidate.
might
Man,
as
I
well
can't
win
wait for our end of year awards. I can't wait for the end of year awards, bro.
it.
Let's
Heck
see what
yeah.
everybody thinks.
We give Cena a thank you Cena moment after the match, as we should. This is the last pay-per-view, like we said.
Mhm.
Women's world title match. Having Nikki Bella wrestle a world title match after John Cena just lost the Intercontinental title was that was just bogus. That was
It was
absolute baloney.
crazy.
That's baloney.
There's no way they could have followed that up.
I didn't even think about that. I completely forgot. I was like,
Was she in gorilla position waiting to go out when he came?
oh Lord, the awkward glance.
But this bitch is getting on my nerves.
Don't even congratulate. Don't thank me. Don't congratulate. Just get out
Crazy,
there.
right?
Looks like
Yeah.
we've had enough talk.
It's no surprise here. Stephanie Vakira retains title against Nikki Bella. Did anybody see that going any differently?
I
I did.
did. I
You
don't.
thought Nikki would have won?
Off name value alone, of course, I didn't know what I know now about her, but off name value alone and the fact that Stephanie has some trouble cutting promos, and I think they've realized that judging by how little they use her now, and everything they do for her pretty much pre-recorded.
Yes.
But I'm glad she didn't. I'm glad Stephanie is still our champion.
Right.
I just feel like there's too much credibility with Stephanie Vaquer as your champion. There's too much credibility. And honestly, the match wasn't really all that bad, but I did make the meme. I don't know if you guys saw it. I made this meme for fun. The watching Stephanie Vaquer wrestle, remembering it's against Nikki Bella.
Right. And it wasn't a bad match for Nikki at all. Like she did well. Like it was nothing bad. It's just I wasn't in it. I didn't want her to win, and I definitely didn't want Stephanie to lose.
Yeah, it's not very much in it. And then I think Dylan just touched on it. Dylan didn't even know prior to today about Nikki Bella's domestic assault allegations. Not allegations necessarily. The whole premise of it was like her husband, her partner, Artem of Dancing with the Stars, is also the father of their child. He had said like she physically harmed him in front of the child during their divorce thing. They settled it, etc.
Yeah, I mean he got some money off of that, so
yeah. Which I mean, they just celebrated Thanksgiving together on top of that. So I don't know how celebrity worlds work. I don't know how the celebrity world works, man. I just know that this match happened. It wasn't that terrible, but it wasn't that interesting to me.
It wasn't.
I think it highlights a slightly bigger problem, which is that division is severely lacking in credible challengers.
Yep. Because they had to bring Nikki Bella back. Like,
what's up with that? Yeah.
Come on.
There was nobody else. I mean, we got Maxine Dupree as the Intercontinental Champion right now.
Like there are women on that show that could compete, but they're all stuck in other storylines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Becky and Lee doing their thing.
To go for the world title, you have to be on the level of, Rhea Ripley, Becky, Asuka. Who are the up and comers? Who are the up and comers that can challenge Stephanie? I mean,
no one.
And not only that, anybody can get challenged, right? Anybody can just say, "Oh yeah, let's just throw this person at them." But to start a storyline and make it something.
Yeah.
Stephanie just needs more lore in WWE, I think.
Yeah. Which is why I feel like she's not doing anything right now on SmackDown. You send Julia over
and just start that feud, right?
Yeah,
you're cooking. Yes. You thought of something right then and there. That's no problem.
Yeah, that'll solve. I mean, and that's I guess more for the Joshi fans and like people that are in the know. But you have to eventually, if you got to pick it up eventually, right? If these girls are putting on bangers, like.
Plus, if you need someone to sell the feud, just have Kiana do the mic work.
Yep. Yeah.
Or just have me do it. I'll sell it.
You'll sell it?
Acknowledge me.
You know what I think's funny about that statement too? Instead of saying that's like a match for the Joshi fans, he said Joshi fans, and that applies to me because my name is Josh, and that's a match that does appeal to me greatly. So I'm like
the Joshi fans.
He's talking about me, these type of fans right here, because that's who that appeals to.
Give me a hell yeah.
I'm with it.
Buckle up, Teddy.
All right. I'm going to move on to this big one because we knew getting into the men's war game match, we'd be drifting into the area of the more problematic aspects of WWE, such as allowing Brock Lesnar back here. This is the reason why we left. This is the reason why we haven't covered a pay-per-view since SummerSlam, right? I mean, here we are.
It's kind of obvious now. They don't need him.
Yeah.
Fair.
I feel like he was not a big factor other than what he does, which he can cause destruction, and he doesn't care.
And he has a box office name.
And he's got the box office name. But other than that, like he didn't help the storyline for me at all.
I genuinely think like on all aspects, box office name, we have a lot of those. Hell, we have the other problematic guy in this match. As far as big destroyer guys. We have Obafemi, we have Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, we have all these other big guys who destroy people. We don't need Brock Lesnar. Like, what are we doing? So he brings nothing to the table at this point except problematic undertones. It's yeah.
Fair, yes, very fair. Now I sent out another tweet. I said, "Hold up, I got another one for him." Watching more games, realizing they still let Brock Lesnar have a job here.
And I feel like even that hardcore stable base of the Brock Lesnar fans that still exist are also seeing it the same way as like, well, it was cool seeing our guy back, but he didn't do anything. Like he didn't really like if you're really paying attention, you're watching, like they didn't really need him for anything. He didn't make a big factor. He came in and blew up the match for a little bit, and we knew that's what was going to happen. And then he got neutralized. So come on.
Yeah. It's like likewise with having him there, period, and defending that is just going against a direct statement made the day after he came back by the opposing legal team saying we're not going to stand for this, and yet here we are still allowing it to stand. And that's
right.
Yeah.
I get it. Also, kind of ties into the lore of Paul Heyman guys. I guess at this point, just add. Like I said, you have Obafemi. He doesn't even need to be back in NXT anymore. You should have just brought him up and had him be the fifth man. That would have been crazy.
We would have loved it.
God, but they just stick to their tried and true. They stick to what they know.
Yeah.
This is what works. This is what works. And then they want to build up these younger stars.
They relish in it. They relish. Yeah. They're like, yes, bad, problematic behavior that gets us views. Ugh. Now, into the actual match, we see Paul Heyman's team get the win. We see a masked mystery man show up in the cage and stomp CM Punk, allowing Braun Breaker to get the spear and cover. We're going to talk about who we think the mystery man is. But before we talk about all that, how do you feel about Braun Breaker being the guy to get the pin and the win here?
I like it because he started the match. So they trusted him to go one-on-one with CM Punk in the War Games match in the beginning. So that's a lot of trust. They say, hey, let's see what you got, kid. He performed perfectly, I think. Everything was intense. Everything was mean. He didn't get shaken by anything. And he sold what he needed to sell. And, man, he got the pin. And they rewarded him with the pin. So I think that tells a lot about where his future is.
Talking about not being shaken by anything. Am I the only one who saw him land on his head?
No, we saw.
Everybody saw that. Yes.
Like, jeez. And he just it took him out for a minute, but he came back in and he wrestled that match. He finished that match, and it's funny because I was telling my family, I was like, no, he's gonna stay there the whole time, even if he's out. Like he's not. They can't call an audible.
Yeah.
He was the guy that they wanted to push in this match. Like I knew that from the start because it's Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Like we all know he's on the cusp of something, and this.
Yeah.
He's just the thing that he has against Bronson Reed is the name and the bloodline. Yeah. Like I see them as kind of like they got the same aura and intensity as monsters, but man, you're a Steiner. You're a Steiner, brother, and that's gonna bring you up.
Steiner, brother.
Yeah.
Pun of the day.
Yeah, man. So like that's
I've
gonna push you over.
High on Braun Breaker for a minute. I mean, for like since we saw him still in NXT, about to break out of NXT. I've talked about him winning the Royal Rumble. Like he'll be the first of the new breed to win the Royal Rumble. He'll be the first to win the world. There's a lot of stock I have in him, and I'm just seeing him live up to that potential now in these big moments.
See, and that goes back to a thing I always bring up, the four horsemen, I call it. It's not the actual four horsemen, but it's like the four people that they had perched at that time, where they all are now. And it's Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller's done nothing. Yep. Sorry, Grayson.
Sorry.
Tony D'Angelo. Where's Tony? Off topic. Carmelo Hayes, we know they won't do anything with him, unfortunately. Or maybe
our guy Dylan. And our guy, who is the fourth?
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Cheers to Braun Breaker.
That's the one that they're going with. I feel like you can push them all, but
Braun Breaker.
Gotta start somewhere, and I think they're doing really good with what they did here with Braun Breaker.
Yeah, he didn't even really need a build-up.
And not far behind him, higher in age, but farther down the totem pole in terms of coming up out of that roster. I mean, Dragunov, our U.S. champion, that's who I see, world heavyweight champion material by 2030
Yep,
timeline. So
I will say that only if he can stay healthy.
that's true.
And that's hard. That's a hard one. With the way he wrestles, that's a hard one.
yeah,
He is transforming his body though. He looks a lot more
Yeah.
steel, like
Ooh.
solid, really rock solid. So like I think he leaves that knee brace on. I don't like the knee brace. I don't like the way it looks, but it's a necessary evil.
yeah. I love how in this match everybody, Braun Breaker especially, he looked like a bad Mamma Jamma man, but everybody just had bad aura all the way, excluding the guys who
Bad intentions.
we're not bringing up or whatever.
Drew
But-
McIntyre.
Yeah, I mean, he had a grudge. He'll always have that grudge.
Yeah.
But no, I
looking
want
at
to
CM
talk
Punk
about
with
this
disgust.
mystery man. I want to know who we think this masked mystery man is, because the idea that it's Seth Rollins is kind of cuckoo. It's kind of Cocoa Puffs, man.
I mean, kind of obvious, right? They hit him with the super kick and then the stomp. So like
Yeah, but that's
too obvious for us to be like, oh, that's Seth Rollins.
And the
I told
surgery
you.
he just had would no.
I can pull the curtain back. I don't. There is a possibility that the guy under the camouflage is not actually Seth Rollins, but in storyline it is Seth Rollins.
He's like Avatar or something.
Basically, yeah, just like
Oh,
make us
They
believe that he
Americana'd
can
him.
do like that, even though we know he can't. But we're supposed to suspend disbelief, or it's someone on the outside, like maybe an Austin Theory.
we're talking about New Breed, right? We're talking
Yeah.
about, hey, they need to bring the New Breed up. This is the
Uh-huh.
way to do it.
Cook the theories up. Cook the theories up.
I thought it was Austin Theory as well, just
I
because
mean-
I've been waiting for him to do something, and I feel like they've been holding
take
back
it.
on him.
I'll take that one. It's better
I
than
know-
the people on the internet saying it's Dean Ambrose.
We're waiting. Oh my god, we're waiting on Santos Escobar. They're waiting on him to get a storyline
Yeah.
together. I don't think this is the right one for him to jump into. It would be cool and it would really surprise me and I would like it, but I don't think this is the storyline for him. So
Theory makes the most sense out of like everyone we
Yes.
have on the shelf. I feel like I don't see this man being able to climb up the cage, but I did bring it up earlier. What if it's somehow Tony D'Angelo?
I thought you were gonna say gender. I thought we were going back to the gender
No.
theory since we had gender's theme playing.
No.
the guy's shoulders and back look jacked. That's what I did notice. And I said, no, that's not Seth. I said, that's not Seth. I was like, Seth ain't that big. Because he did look jacked. I was like, all
Real
right.
swole.
He was like,
Mm.
No offense, Seth. No offense. You're jacked, but the other guy looked bigger.
I think
Maybe it wasn't Becky.
That was definitely not Becky.
I think so. My family joked. They were like, "Is that Britt Baker? She does a stomp too."
Oh,
Like,
damn, that would be
what are you talking
dope.
about?
Winner.
A female member.
Oh no! But either way, I'm a little intrigued at least.
It's Jamie Noble.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I'm just thinking it's Corporate Kane.
No.
Bring back all the members of his past. No, it's Buddy Murphy, bro. We're going back to the Monday Night Messiah, and it's Buddy Murphy.
What?
All right. So I already got your match or your thoughts on the match as it is. Now, how do we feel overall about WWE's decision to keep bringing Brock Lesnar and running the ignorant route when going about serious problems? I think we kind of touched on that quite a bit already, though, in the sense of like, why do we need him? We looked at his match on paper and after it happened and said, what did he really do for this other than his name brought box office appeal that was already there?
I feel like it's a Paul Heyman decision
Come on, Paulie.
specifically. I
Well,
think
the thing
Paul-
is, he's still under contract.
well, yeah.
And if they're already comfortable using him, they're saying we're gonna get our money's worth. Let's just throw him on anything
It's
because
just
he was a
Paul-
non-factor.
Yeah.
He didn't drive the
Paul-
storyline.
Jokes here and there on television. He's made little jabs, about Brock Lesnar's allegations, not directly, but there was a couple months back, I think, when they first brought him back. I remember him saying some things like, I can't remember exactly what he said, man. But I remember him going, like, when he first brought him back about, things outside of the ring and stuff that may paint him in a negative light or something. So I think
I'm sure there's other employees there that are not fans of him either.
there's got to be, right?
I've seen a Rhea Ripley quote where she's like saying some disparaging things, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's one of the biggest stars in your company openly
Yeah.
saying something about Brock Lesnar. Like,
a big
yeah,
deal.
it may be just legalities, and they say, hey, he's under contract, and I mean, you could just keep him at home, right? But they want to squeeze every dollar. They want to squeeze every dollar they can get. That's it.
That's not cool. No.
Man.
I hope to God they have nothing else for him.
Oh gosh, right?
You know they will with him being on the WrestleMania Vegas card. Though, like on the
that's
commercial,
right.
though.
He's all over the commercial.
Know.
That's
Yeah.
why I said I hope to God, but I know very well he will have some sort of
Yeah.
WrestleMania match. I personally, if I have to deal with this guy, then I at least hope it's not him and Roman again, because I can't do that anymore.
Definitely, maybe, possibly. I mean, look down the periscope of the full timeline, and I don't know how long his contract extends versus how long this legal battle would be going on outside of it. But with the Saudi Rumble to the next year's WrestleMania being in Saudi Arabia, he's a big ticket item for them. He's a
Crown
big
jewel.
draw over there. So, yeah, especially when it comes to Brock versus Roman, you got to expect that that's where they're going to go. We're going to be right here on the front lines, like, well, what the F? But on top of this, after the match, Roman gave us a moment when he gave CM Punk some respect, but let Cody know that this is the last time they ever team. Road to WrestleMania season is coming. Are we just going to build a Roman versus Cody 3 for this one?
It seems like that's what Roman is starting to try.
I will say there have been a couple of surprises over the past year or so. For example, I didn't think EO was going to win that title back on the way to WrestleMania this year.
It was badass.
I'm kind of hoping they do something similar here. Get that title off of Cody. Do Cody and Roman without a title at least. I can't take it again. I can't.
Acknowledge me.
The ways they would go about taking that title off before Mania would be ugly, and you know that.
I was gonna say, who is the guy to do it?
There's no one. There's no one to take that title off of Cody.
You have to fast track Braun Breaker or something.
Yeah. Or, they'll just give it to the men who were trying to get off the television screen.
Right.
Big sigh on that
Because
one.
those are the only viable options, I think. Everybody else is involved in storylines.
Yeah.
And there's no other big names that can carry the company like that. And that's the thing. You got Roman, you got Cody. Drew has already tried and failed to capture the title.
Gunther's about to get the rub. Put it on him.
Truther. I like that idea, actually.
He's going to go after Punk.
He's going to go after Punk.
I mean, we were on the prospect of taking the title off of Cody to begin this conversation.
That's what I'm saying. Who's gonna take it off of him?
Yeah, it would have to take a lot for Gunther to be that person. But just in this hypothetical that we've all brought up, I would like to think that that's a pretty good candidate if we somehow could make it work.
Anything, please. I can't do Roman versus Cody for the title again.
I think you're just gonna have to. I mean, even the hypotheticals we were talking about, like they seem like just that. Like, what are the real possibilities that we get the title on Gunther before WrestleMania? That title, anyway, the WWE title.
Maybe we get a multi-man match, a triple threat
at Elimination Chamber. Maybe the title could change hands.
I'm trying to see the scenarios where Cody can lose the title.
The Rock costs him at the Rumble.
God, The Rock needs to stay away, please.
The Rock costs him the title at the Rumble
comes back.
Finally,
Cody, I need you to be the guy here. I'm gonna need you to be the quarterback, and I'm gonna need you to take him back and go out with a concussion for a minute. Just saying, man.
No, that's terrible.
Whoa!
I'm not advocating for I'm not actually advocating for to get a concussion, but I'm gonna need you to just.
So.
I don't know. Storyline concussion. I don't
Nah.
know.
If you're the quarterback, you can't just take a knee before the biggest game of the year. You like take a knee before the Super Bowl. That's the worst sports reference of all time.
And Cody's gonna do that.
Come on, Cody.
Imagine Tom Brady was going to the Super Bowl, and the day before the Super Bowl, he was like, "Hold on, I'm taking a knee on this one. Y'all go on without me.
Yeah, no, that's
Let's go. Come on, let's go." That's
That's not in
a
Cody's.
badass one.
That's not in Cody's blood right there.
All right, my final pay-per-view thoughts to pass around. 4 matches is always weird sounding, but match by match, no problems attached. On top of that, things held up there. I really liked the Intercontinental title match. I think, though, even if I rated it 3-4 stars based off of matches with like no attachment to what's going on outside of that, overall morale and look, I still have to rate it at 2 stars. So like with all that attached to it, I'd have to give it to the 2-star range because it's a bad look for them no matter what, like we're saying, when they make
Okay.
decisions like that. But Cena's last pay-per-view for him handled well in the one singular moments followed by match quality. For final thought overall, as usual for WWE, I just say fix your shit entirely. It's like matches might be good, but there's 4 of them and there's a lot of shit going on behind that. It's just a bad look.
Get the F out.
I would agree.
Fair.
I would say, fix your stuff.
Fair.
I'll censor myself. Get rid of these problems. You won't. But also, I think some of these storylines need a reset. We need a little bit of freshness. For the love of God. I am so scared for what's actually going to come for a lot of these things, but I am intrigued at the mystery man. Who will it be? Please give Stephanie a good challenger, a good story to sink her teeth into. I'm excited to see Dom carry that Intercontinental Championship. I give it, like you said, maybe like a 2. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stop being as nice. 2. I'm gonna say 2. That's my overall thoughts. 2.
Just based off the morale, anyway. Yeah.
Well, for me, of course, the highlight of the night was Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena. Dirty Dom, I still say Pro Wrestler of the Year candidate. Story work, everything. The only match I think that really ended a story, right? The Dominic and Cena story is done. Finit, kaput. Cena's about to be on the way out. The rest of the matches were open-ended endings, continuing storylines in different aspects. So nothing really big and exciting happened for me. I wasn't too enthralled in the matches. I think Stephanie, I don't see what avenue they have for her yet to have a big feud that makes her elevate to that superstar champion status that I feel like Jade Cargill is already ahead of her in aura as a world champion. And she's only been a champion for a few weeks. So Stephanie needs a lot of catching up to do on that aspect. So I hope they have something lined up for her. I give the overall pay-per-view, I give it a 3 stars because we had Dirty Dom, the king of the luchadores, retain and regain his Intercontinental Championship. He didn't retain it.
Yeah.
So just for that, I give it the 3 stars. It was John Cena's last pay-per-view. We got to hold some weight to that.
Right. Like that part really did add on to, and that's what I was saying, the better aspect of it, why it could go up to 3 is because that alone for John Cena was such a big deal. And that match was really good. I mean, all the matches were really good in retrospect if you just take all the personal attachment away.
Yeah.
But I can't. We can't.
And even if I did, like I said, there wasn't really anything too exciting. I mean, I've seen so many other cage matches now that blow me away. And this one was just kind of run of the mill. Like I even said to myself, dang, do we need another War Games next year?
I really like traditional Survivor Series matches myself.
I do too. You know, do we need to change it up? Because this is getting stale. I can only see Io Sky fly from the cage in a trash can so many times. Just kidding. I could see it every weekend. But
that's one thing I would not get tired of is Io Sky flying in a trash can. But
right.
I think I want to see the traditional I want to see the champion versus champion versus champion. I missed that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, NXT involved again. Like that was sick. It's the year they did that was sick.
That was good.
It was a fun time, but then that contradicts what I was gonna say. And this we threw out last year when we talked about it. We had the same sort of thing. I would like to see traditional Survivor Series matches back to Survivor Series. Let the War Games go back to NXT for a minute because NXT War Games went off. And then that kind of, yes, Io Sky trash can spots are cool. We've seen a lot, though. Pass that tradition off to all these awesome people, and especially women in NXT who can also do cool spots and get their name on the map. Yep. I think it'd be a great idea.
There's a slightly different problem with that, and it's that at least with the women, they could maybe pull it off. Even then, I don't know. There's some of them I don't see doing that. But the men, do we have enough men to do a 4 versus 4? They're really lacking established names in NXT right now as far as the men go. That I think.
I mean, I feel like we're waiting on also who's going to move up.
Yeah.
Is Trick Williams ever going to come up to the main roster? Is Obafemi ever going to come up to the main roster? Like, we've been waiting on all these people. Like, Ricky Saints is ready to go to the main roster.
Yeah.
All their top guys are ready to go. That's the problem.
That's the problem. It's like, why would you involve them in a year-long storyline to have a blood feud? So,
they're fickle.
Fix your shit, WWE. Fix your shit.
It's like it goes into a whole other rabbit hole of stuff.
We don't have time to go through all that, but
nah, it would be fair to, The last question I have to ease it all. Did we see Dragunov's Dream Survivor Series team?
Yes, I remember you
that's what you posted, right?
Yes, it's out of because a couple people posted their Dream Survivor Series teams, or like they did on the pre-show, and I'll show them all. But Dragunov's was by far my favorite, and this shows why he is my kind of people. His Survivor Series team consists of himself, Fit Finley, William Regal, Roddy Piper, and Terry Funk.
This is a
badass team.
Bad mother. Yep.
But they're not being beat. They're winning.
They're mean. Yeah, they're all mean, and they're all gonna hurt you, and everything's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's out of all the teams posted here, that's the one I'm going for. So.
And the Mad Dragon's just gonna sit there and orchestrate it all.
Ruthless aggression.
All right, we survived the series. We survived it all. We did it. Next time you see us will probably be, I guess, World's End, the World's End of Year Awards.
Give me a hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see us every Monday and Thursday, 9 a.m.
Live on YouTube.
Got it this time.